I wreck them all day long on that. But the nice one, yeah, beauty. How good's beauty? Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? What about caring? Caring's a lovely one, isn't it? God, how would you define caring? Just the concept of caring, the idea of it in general, caring. Not just about something. I mean, obviously everything cares about something in any sort of a way. A fucking mouse cares about cheese. I mean, that's not what I mean. I mean caring for other people. That's a thing that exists, isn't it? However much of it or little of it there is, whether there should be more or there's already too much or whatever it is, that's not the point, right? The fact that people care for other people is a thing that exists, isn't it? Okay? This is how the truth is the truth. This is how you can take it all, include the possibilities, add in the bits you don't know, wrap it up in a bow and move on. Because the bits you don't know are irrelevant to the point you're actually making. So you don't need to answer all the bits unless the thing you're trying to do is answer all the bits. If the thing you're trying to do is describe something later on, and the bits you can't answer right now wouldn't even affect the thing later on, and yes, you can work out whether they would, wouldn't, or it's possible they might, then you can just move on. So care, because I'm talking shit again, aren't I? Care. The idea that people care. It's true, isn't it? It's a thing that exists. Okay. It's a beautiful thing. It's true, caring about people that aren't you. Yeah? Because from a biological sense, the most important thing you can do is make sure you stay alive. Yeah? So caring about you is the primary thing, isn't it? And you would assume that would take precedent over almost anything at all times, and you might even not even need it to be a very important thing about yourself in order for it to warrant not caring about anything else and putting yourself first. It's almost a logical position to take. And if you look at animal life, animals care, don't they? Parents care for their young, don't they? Herd members care for each other, don't they? You see it in the animal kingdom, care. It is in the animal kingdom as well. I'm not saying you, yeah? You see that type of care in the animal kingdom, right? Right. But what I'm talking about here is an extremely specific type of care that also exists. It's just, you could argue, even though it's hard to, you could argue that a parent caring for their child, or a brother caring for their sister, or an uncle caring for their nephew or whatever, is a half biological hardwired thing that's, you know, almost not your fault, so you almost don't get the credit for it, you know. I know you do, but, you know, you could almost, you know, there's yeah, right, so you loving your family is not the same as what I'm talking about, and that's what the animals have got. They love their family and all that as well. Yeah, so that care's there. No, I'm on about man in rescue. It's not just that, though. I'm on about that guy down the end of the road that you helped, and you didn't tell no one about it. Because it's just a thing, you just helped him, didn't you? That old woman who lives next door. Guy on the other side of town. Those people at the other side of the country that you did that thing and helped a thing and you raised a bit of money for them or whatever you did, went to go and see them to help them with something, whatever it was that you cared about them about, those people that are far away, that are complete fucking strangers, that's not in the animal kingdom. There's no man in rescue in the animal kingdom. There's no charity organisations. There's no volunteers. You don't get a cow from the south of England travelling all the way to the north of England so he can help a different herd of cows and then travel all the way back down again just off his own free will. Do you? Even if he knew the other cows were there, it still wouldn't occur to him to go and help them, because they're not thinking like that, are they? That type of care, caring for someone who's not a family member, caring for someone who's not in your immediate circle and that sort of a thing, yeah? It even does include just your general community, but you could argue that that's your immediate circle, so we won't include that for now, just in case you try and pull that bit in, so as that we can make the definition accurate. Include the possibilities. Da-da-da-da-da. Now you see what I'm on about. Anyway, the care for strangers, complete strangers, doesn't exist in the animal world. The only place it exists is in humans. Now, beauty's tied in But don't conflate what I mean by beauty. I don't mean that the sunrise is beautiful. Obviously it is. But I don't mean that you can appreciate something as being beautiful. That's you appreciating it and thinking it's beautiful. And even if we could sort of put a sort of a standard on that, although it's hard, but even if we could, and we could say, you know, this is how you would measure beauty in that sort of an aesthetic way, and so therefore we could say, you know, that a mouldy banana is going to be at one end of the scale and a sunrise is going to be at the other end of the scale. Yeah. Even if you could do that, that's not the sort of beauty I'm on about when I'm including it in this care for strangers. Yeah. What I mean is that an act can be beautiful. So if you were to go and take time out of your life in order to go and help a stranger, that act is not just caring. Caring is describing the function of what you're doing. You are doing a caring act by caring for them. That's true. But because you're caring for a stranger, that's a beautiful thing to do as well, isn't it? Yeah. So something being beautiful is different than someone doing a beautiful thing. Right. That type of beauty where you can do a beautiful act, not just appreciate it as beauty, but you can do a beautiful thing. That doesn't exist in the animal kingdom either. That's only us as well. They can do things that we think are beautiful, but they're not doing the sort of beautiful thing that I'm talking about here with the beautiful act. Yeah? And caring for a complete stranger is absolutely human. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is because in all of everything that I was talking about a minute ago, you can get every philosopher, you can get every this and that, you can get them all in a room together. Yeah. When talking about fucking care like this, if you were going to try to define what is care, you wouldn't be able to unless humans existed, because if humans didn't exist, and I don't mean you need humans to say the words, I mean that the care that's trying to be defined, how do you define care? Well, the only reason you can even try to define it is because it already exists. Well, why does it exist? Because humans are doing it by choice. That's what makes it care, is that you choose. It wouldn't exist if you didn't do it. If humans that care didn't act like they care, instead of just saying they care, if humans who care didn't act like they care, that type of care wouldn't be anywhere. It wouldn't exist. It doesn't exist anywhere else in the universe. What about God? Prove he exists before you start getting it saying that he's included in this sum. It doesn't exist anywhere in the known universe, that type of care. The only example we've got of it in the whole of the known universe, no matter all of the different things that they've tried to fucking suggest might be there, multiverses, gods and all the rest of it, yeah, because I could argue God's not a demonstration of care, even under their framework, never mind mine, but not that he doesn't love, it's just a different thing. Anyway, yeah, that type of care in the known universe doesn't exist unless humans are doing it, which means its definition is them doing it. That's how you define it. That's how it's defined. If the whole of creation walked into a library, he wouldn't read the definition of care, he would be demonstrated it by watching you lot. Yeah, that's how it's defined. Now what that means is that you people out there are so beautiful and amazing that not only are you caring, but you are the literal reason that care even exists in the universe, and were it not for your own free will choice to care about strangers, never mind you fuckers that risk your life for them, because I've already done a video on that, and you should watch that police video that I did, because you need to fucking understand what the truth is about the world that you live in. Anyway, that type of care, do you think that's beautiful? Do you think that's amazing that people do all that? Yeah. Only humans do that. Only you lot do that. No one else gets to take credit for that. No one else gets to take credit for that. That's all yours. Every single one of you. No matter how little you cared about that thing that you did for someone else. No matter how small it is. That is included in literally the most absolutely baseline level of the entire universe across all of imagination, never mind what might eventually be proven in the future, and let's not even talk about what can't be proven and so it never will be. Across all of it. The reason care exists in the universe is because you decided to care. You didn't just think you care. You went and cared. And the only reason the care exists is because you went there. People risking their lives for strangers. And the only reason that that even thing is possible to exist is because they chose to do it off their own free will. And you can't actually define a thing like that without including that, because there is no other definition. The gods didn't even think of that. Mountain rescue are more beautiful than God, even if God existed. Now you tell me how beautiful the human race is now, and ask yourself again if it's a fucking race. Or am I just a nutter who don't get it? The principle of care only even exists because you guys are so beautiful. You brought it, you manifested it into the universe when it was not already here. You didn't make a combination of stuff that was already here. You didn't invent something. You didn't discover gravity. Gravity was already here. Clever as it was, but they didn't invent it, did they? They didn't magic it out of nowhere. The inventions weren't magicked out of nowhere. Even they were, added on to old things, and then another idea inspired by another idea and a problem that needed to be solved. Yeah? But care was literally into the universe. Like they try and say the Big Bang did, which it didn't. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that. Yeah. You literally created it in the universe, and it didn't exist until you did that. That's why you're the most beautiful thing in the entire fucking universe. That's why the human species, not race, species, needs to be defended, protected, and have those sorts of principles upheld. And if you think that that is me with a screw loose, you need to reassess what you think's going on. Because I could have every single one of my screws loose and it wouldn't matter, because my principles are fucking welded down. So all you do by loosening every screw I've got is give it a bit of a breeze. So now tell me again that I'm the one who needs to be in a padded cell, or who's emotionally unstable, or who's fabricating things. Because you guys barely even understand how beautiful you are, never mind how to describe it and or why it is and what it means. So why you'd ever call me crazy is wild, because it sounds to me like you're too fucking stupid to make that sort of a fucking conclusion. You know, as beautiful as you are. Might want to think about it. But who am I to tell you what to think about? I'm not trying to say how things are meant to be. I'm not here to say what you're meant to do. I don't even think I know what you're meant to do. Never mind would I fucking try and tell you it even if I did, because it wouldn't be up to me even if I thought I knew. But I am here to say what is. Oh, I'm here to say what is. Not what's meant to be. No. What is. Will it change? Well, maybe. Some things change, some things don't. Intention's got a lot to do with what will happen. Great. What is happening? Haha. Come to me, I'll tell you. Do you think it's unknown? Do you think it's unanswerable? Do you think it's all subjective? Come to me and I'll tell you. Whether you think I'm mad or not when I say I'm the truth. I am. I'm the most truthful thing you have ever seen in your life. It's not just true. It's like fucking Ribena just fucking brought out a fucking truth concentrate. And all I want to do is talk about the most beautiful things in the entire fucking world and let everybody know that not only is it that beautiful, and not in a fucking hippie way, and I don't mean anything like that about the nice side of the hippies, I just mean there's no difference to their philosophy than the religions. They just use different words to describe it and act more smug about it than even the religious people do. That's what I mean. It's not that there isn't nice people in the hippie scene, of course there is, it's full of it, but I mean the principles, not the people. Same with the religions. I don't have a problem with a religious person. I have a problem with the principle. I have a problem with their claims. I have a problem with the things they say and the fact that they make claims like you're not allowed to question it. Who are you? What? You're the one who said it. I'm only the one who said that dumb. Sorry, I didn't realise that you're the only one who's allowed to talk and no one can say anything back. You should have said. Of course, they did try that back in the day, didn't they? Anyway, no point going on about that. But that wasn't the people either. I mean, there's some of the leaders and stuff like that, but it wasn't the average people, you know. Fucking average religious folk aren't fucking bad people. They're all good people. You fucking anti-establishment fucking guys have got it all fucking wrong. You're as wrong as they are. Yeah? The ones you think are wrong on the other side. Yeah? Do you know what they think about you? A load of wrong stuff, because they're idiots and all. Yeah. Most average people, though, they're just fucking nice. No matter what side they're on. Because they're not even on that side. The only reason they're ever on that side is because someone else tells them they're on that side. Oh, you think that, do you? You must be one of them then. You must be a progressive idiot. You must be a right-winger. They didn't call themselves that. They didn't think they were on that side. Because most people don't. Because only idiots pick sides. It's not about sitting on the fence. It's about bigging up either side when they do something good, yeah, and correcting either side when they're doing something bad. It's not about fence sitting. The only reason the concept of fence sitting even exists is because you guys have already decided that there's teams that you have to be a member of or not, and if you're not a member of one of the teams, you must be sitting on the fence in the middle of them. No, I'm not playing. Told ya, I'm the floor. I'm not part of the game. Yeah? Game just can't take place without me. Yeah? I'm not influencing the game though, am I? You still kick the ball, don't you? Yeah? It's just when the ball bounces, where's it going to go? Well, it depends how it hits the floor, doesn't it? You think I just make analogies up for fun? Fucking what the fuck's even going on? Sometimes I don't fucking know, and I think I should go off on one. Fuck it. You know what? I might not even bother with any of that now. Seriously though, that fucking thing about care, that's no fucking about. I'm not some fucking hippie and all that sort of a fucking shit when I'm talking about that sort of stuff, and I'm not a fucking idiot either. Yeah. He's literally created it out of thin air in the universe. That's more miraculous than anything anyone's ever claimed anyone else did. Far more miraculous. And the idea that they would come and tell you that the fucking God had to tell you to do that, had to order you to be good. The idea that they would have the balls to ever claim, one, that would be necessary because you were already doing it, and two, that if there was a God, that he would ever do such a horrible thing, as if he would dare try and take credit for what you guys did. He would, if there's a God, he wouldn't do that, would he? If God was there, he'd be going, fucking hell, those guys, oh my God, and of all the things I thought they might do, I never thought they would do that. Caring about complete strangers on the other side of the world, risking their own lives to save complete strangers who might have ended up in that condition because of stupidity, and they'll still risk their lives to go and save them. I bet you God's sitting there going, fucking no way did I think they would do that. That's the most amazing thing. Oh my God, how did I miss that? I couldn't have imagined it was even possible. And they did it without even thinking. That's what God would say if he existed. And I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm saying that the people who say he does exist and then say that God's the one who told you to be good, God wouldn't have told you that, would he? Because God would have already seen you being good, wouldn't he? But I'm the mad one. You guys are literally the personification of beauty in the universe. And you think that I'm making that sound too deep. It doesn't get any deeper. I can't describe how deep it is. Never mind describe it too deep. I can't even describe how deep it fucking is. And I know how deep it is. And I can't fucking describe it. That's how beautiful you all are. So when you see me being angry, you need to understand that that's confusion based on me knowing that that's true and not needing it to be proven. And so therefore being a little bit confused as to why you might either think I'm crazy, not say anything, think I'm wrong, not say anything, or think I'm right, not say anything. What? But I know how beautiful you are. You must be scared. See?